Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. Now today I wanted to take a look at whether or not we can take Thralls into dungeons with us and such like, and just how survivable they are. So, Thralls are not allowed here. That's annoying. Let's walk back over here. Okay, so you're allowed over here, that's fine. Right, I don't want to punch you, that would be bad. So I grabbed a couple of Darfari fighter rank 3s, one for if this doesn't work. And we can't get them inside the dungeon with us, and then one for just seeing if they, how well they fight, how well they do getting up to the dungeon with us as well. So we'll stick all of this stuff on him, and then let's get rid of this stuff. Actually, drop. In fact, let's exit his thing there, and then drop everything. Of that. So we've got an extra set plus an extra thrall here waiting for us. I'm just in my normal gear, apart from I've got my Darfari javelins now instead of otherwise. I can't pick this guy back up. I can move him, but I can't put him back in my inventory, which is a little annoying, because at times if you were moving base, maybe it would be a bit more of a pain in the arse to transfer all your freestanding thralls as well until we can get them to follow us en masse. But we'll get him to follow us for the moment. Are you following me? Okay, he's following me. So in theory, this is our party member. Now I already had a couple of issues because before, as I came over here, there was a crocodile and some Darfari, and so I ended up murdering some of them a minute ago. But oh, here we go. No, that's the wrong button. I'm still not used to the buttons that I reassigned. Come get her, friend. Ow. Okay, so he took 3 arrows. Can I see what your health is? Maybe I should give him this. Can you use that? Will you use that? Your health regens over time, though. So let's keep going. Hopefully, because I've already thinned these guys out a little bit. Hopefully, if we stick to this side, you'll be okay. It's also, if I can get the jump on. Oh, he was a medicine man. Another Darfari fighter 3. Okay, he's dead. Right, let's see if he can actually come in with us. Coming? Cool. I mean, we're going to need to spawn someone in just quickly as a sacrifice as well to open up the way into the Dregs. Because I need to do the Dregs anyway, so even if this doesn't work, I'm going to... Oh, where are you going? Die. Step back, friend. Step back. Cool. Right, but I need to do the Dregs anyway again because I need the... You coming? Can you not come down the hole? Are stairs too difficult for you? Oh, okay. So he teleported to us. His feet hanging out the floor. Okay, so now we're moving in. So will he come with us? Hey, he does. Sort of. His weapons do. Okay, let's move out here and see if he actually comes with. Or if he just hovers there. Can I interact with you here? I think I broke it. If he comes running in with us afterwards, then that's fine. Okay, so I think he's broken. So, what I'm going to do is, that might be because Thralls. Ah. Oh, was that a gap somewhere that I could put him down in? Okay, so I've broken it and stuff. I cannot climb this. Okay, that's fine. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to hop over it. So Thralls aren't allowed here at all, and I've broken it because Bob here tried to come in when he's not allowed in because he was following me. That's a shame. That's a bit of a shame. In fact, I've just remembered that we've got those puzzles that require me to throw things at things. So let me just spawn in. I know that's. Okay, they come in stacks of 10. That's fine. We'll just. Also means, I mean, I don't think I'm going to need the ambrosia anyway, so we'll be fine. But I still don't know who's whispering to us. That's the thing that kind of creeps me out a little bit about this dungeon. As much as I really like this one, the other one felt a bit not all over the place, but it felt like there was less to it than this one. And I've not really gone through the Frost Giant one as a dungeon. I've kind of gone and taken a look at it, but I don't. That one as well there doesn't seem to be as much to it. So I'm hopeful for the next one, this lava dungeony one that we've got coming at some point soon as well. You know, I'm hopeful for that. Am I not allowed to climb in here at all? No. Okay, so climbing is restricted in here because the walls are slick with human waste and whatnot. I find it interesting that we can understand what this thing is saying as well, because I don't know. Surely that would depend on where we come from as to what we would be able to understand and stuff. So, never actually tried going through here. Didn't know. I never tried to find out if these are doors. No, they're not. Okay. So, yeah. I'm kind of interested to see what they do with the they've changed it so that the heavy attack now doesn't the heavy attack now doesn't just make us fire straight away. Like, I realised that with bows last time, but I thought that maybe it wouldn't be the case with javelins because of the type of weapon they are, but the fact that they've done that is awesome. Oh, that makes me happy. There we go. No, I didn't want to throw that one. There we go, the water is rising. I did hit that, didn't I? Okay, so I seem to hit that one, but then okay, so that's raised that one, and now I need to hit this one as well. I've hit both of you, please. There we go. Right, now we just... Cool. Now we're just going to swim across to here as well. Hop out. Okay, but yeah, so the maybe the Thralls are potentially going to be able to come down here with us, because again, especially in single player games, especially if you've not like messed around with the settings or anything, then it's going to be a little bit of a, I mean, not an issue well, not an issue so much as a, I don't know, maybe an annoyance. When you've got these accomplices, these allies that we've now been able to capture and bring with us and whatever else, and yet now they can't come to. You know, that's not necessarily a significant hardship, but especially for single player games where you've not got as many people, or servers between friends where you're potentially relying on your thralls for an awful lot more, you know, it's going to be more kind of taxing on players to get and do more, as it were. Now, I can't remember if I could make this shot from here. I'm going to say that I can. Oh. I don't know if the water rose or at all or not there. Is there a thing over here for us to hit as well, or was it just the one? No, I think it's just the one. But also this, in the most recent community letter, they said that they were looking at an overhaul to swimming, which is interesting. And they talked about a couple of other things as well, like and in the most recent dev stream again, they were also talking about the combat changes and how they're kind of doing what I was hoping for, where I can hear the water moving, but I can't. Okay, so those definitely hit in the center. Okay, here we go. So where's this water rising to? Okay, this water's rising all the way up to where we want to go, so we need to swim swiftly. There we go. Right. But yeah, so we've got the directional combat and combos for different weapons and stuff like that, and some more animation cancelling stuff and bits and pieces that they mentioned, which we've already got, but they said that they were looking to make it a little tighter. Yeah, no, we don't need any of that stuff. Okay, Ugly, where are you? There you are. Hi, friend. Let me just pull out some extra weapons here. In fact, just for expediency, I might just equip. Oh, I might just equip these weapons quickly, just because they are better and they have shiny bits on, which are nice. Well, let's start off by throwing javelins, shall we? I mean, it knows I'm here now, And it seems to be annoyed, but it can't do a damn thing, so I'm outside of its range. But like, I'm looking forward to the improvements to combat, like directional combos and status effects between heavy and light. Let's get in there, shall we? Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that as an idea. But you know, I'll have to see how things go, and also the perks where they've actually started putting those things in now. You're tougher than I remember you being. But that was with Hannah here last time as well. We did have a friend. Oh, out of stamina. Stop it. That's not nice. Lunge at me again. That's what you want to do, right? Can't go up there. I can't get you in your sludge. Come out and play. But yeah, so like the directional combat and stuff, directional combos, seemingly no lock-on from what they've been saying, which makes me hope. Hello? Oh. Are you quite done playing silly buggers? Like, I don't... Can I... Oh. Ah. Let me out. There. Okay, why are you being so buggy all of a sudden? Huh? Should I just throw more javelins at you? Is that what you want? More toothpicks, more bone toothpicks stuck inside you. There. Okay, fine. That's what you're gonna get. I like the design of this creature, but it does not seem to want to die. And it does not seem to want to stand and fight either. There we go. Ah, there we go. Let's hack this guy to pieces. His eyes and his tongues and his reptilian hide and all the other bits and pieces we can get from him. There we go. Right, and then this is what I actually came here for, which is the new recipes. Cool. But yeah, that's... Like, I don't know entirely how to feel about the fact that we can't bring our thralls in here. Because I can understand why they wouldn't necessarily want us to, but at the same time, I feel like it's something that would be a real benefit to us as players and whatever else. Why have you started talking now? It's dead. Should I go and take a look up there? Have we gone? I don't think we have. Let's go take a look up there just quickly whilst we're here. But yeah, we've got a whole load of interesting bits and pieces. How do you get up here otherwise? Are there stairs? No, well, there are stairs here, but there aren't stairs down there, and there doesn't seem to be any way to easily climb our way up. So that's interesting that they've put in this detail and stuff. Maybe this is going to be part of the story as and when it arrives, and so actually coming and taking a look up here will have more meaning. But no, apparently there's nothing up here. Is this just filled up with goop again? Or is it just because we're far away? Or has the boss reset? Is it reset already? Or has it just filled with goop? I think it might have just filled with goop. Didn't want to print XP, I wanted to walk. No? Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything there coming to get us. So let's leave. So, again, like, the Thralls... Should we go and see if he's still there, or if he's just lost to Limbo now? Let's run back down the hill and see if he's still there. Okay, so we want to... Oh, a little bit of lag. So we want to head down this way. And over there, past the hyena. We've still got the sound effects. Again, early access game is early access. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to pull up more than just the one Thrall as well. Just as a point here, because they have said that that'll be a thing eventually. You know, they want us to be able to command our Thralls, set our Thralls in settlements so that they move around, they sleep, and they do other bits and pieces as well. We can set them to schedules. That stuff that they've talked about. But obviously a fair way off. They've got to get a lot of the AI stuff done first, which is what they've talked about a lot. Which is good. You know, the more they talk about it, the more we know, which is why the kind of dead period of quiet around them moving, you know, Funcom moving offices and things like that was a little frustrating. But no, he's gone forever. Our Thrall fighter friend has gone to the ether, and so we're left with his buddy in our inventory at the moment, who could not be placed. So I'm hopeful for the Thralls system. I mean, that was a fairly handy removal of a head. I'm hopeful for the Thrall system. I don't know what medicine men do. I might have to go and capture one from elsewhere just to find out what the deal is. But yeah, we'll have to take a look at some of this stuff later on as well. Like, I still want to take a look at the potential for kind of Thralls being attacked by NPCs. You know, I still want to set up that kind of semi-purge trial, if you like, at some point, especially once I've managed to outfit all of my my Thralls at the first purge-proof base with gear. But yeah, that's a bit of a shame that we couldn't bring a Thrall in there with us just to give us a hand, because whilst I realise they probably wouldn't have been that helpful and they probably would have died, it's a case of we're going to be customizing our settlements, we're going to be creating these environments, we're going to have our favourites, we're going to have our things that we decide to outfit better than others. You know, Thralls and what have you, where it's going to be, right, this is my guy that has my best stuff in single-player games, or even in multiplayer games, you know, where you've got different players building different settlements, or even building just different sections of different settlements. And you're going to end up with kind of more there. You know, you're going to have a lot of people picking a lot of stuff to use. And so, you know, having that availability and access so that you can bring your Thralls, bring your characters and the things that you've customized with you, you know, where you're able to bring them anywhere else in the world. Like, I'd be able to bring it to the kind of Frost Giant Temple up north and tackle that with either one thrall or a group of thralls, however many the game allows me to bring. But I can't do that for just these instanced areas where, to be fair, probably having a thrall with you if you're in a single player game may very well be advantageous, because I walked in to the Dregs with decent kit already, and then on top of that I had bought star metal equipment that I decided to try and use for the boss. And then it's a shame the boss was bugging out a little bit, because it probably would have been taken out faster, would have saved us some time. But I've walked in here in this version of the game where I'm deliberately focusing on doing things a tad quicker and showing things off more so that I can pick them to pieces, rather than your average game, or the game that I'll do once the game launches in its entirety, where I'll scrub after we've done stuff like testing out the purge proof bases and things like that, which will probably come before full launch anyway. I'll scrub this and come back to it with a fresh start, fresh server, and we'll play through the whole thing, because hopefully there'll be story there as well for us to delve into and have a chat about. Should be entertaining. But yeah, it's, I don't know, I feel like either that's something that should come in later on, where the thralls are made a more general utility, because again, I realise that a lot of what they're focusing on is groups of people playing on servers or official servers, even if it's like a few friends playing together more often than not. But especially once a story is added, and the way that they've described this game, like the idea for this game as Conan meets kind of Ark meets Skyrim, it's the story there in and of itself as a Conan story featuring Conan in the Conan universe, that may very well be a substantial draw to a lot of people. And so having that substantial draw on the single player side of things with the story side of things, that might mean that we'll see people feeling that the extra support that they've got everywhere else, but not in these kind of more challenging areas with puzzles and so on and so forth. Just having someone there to watch your back whilst you're solving a puzzle, or if there are puzzles which have negative consequences, things like that, maybe being able to give thralls orders and things as well is something that we could be looking forward to in the future. That's going to be useful, especially in the Black Keep, where Hannah and I kept getting kind of turned into pincushions by those traps and things. If you could send a thrall in front of you just to make sure that all of them had triggered so you could see them to avoid them, and having a collection of thralls in your backpack, or that have come with you that you can deploy for that very purpose, or maybe just having it as a thing that you can control one way or the other, so that it's either a case of, yes, I can, just going to stick this thrall down here, so that it's either a case of, yes, I can make this work, I can set on my server that people are allowed to bring friends, thrall friends as it were, or not. I think it would be useful and helpful to certain people, the same way that as I said in previous videos in regards to the combat system, having a combat system that contains combos and that will be kind of something that I would probably be more interested in, with directional combat and movement and things like that, and the inclusion of perks and things. Like, I'm looking forward to all of that, but I realise that there are an awful lot of people out there that probably don't care so much about that compared to just coming in and playing the game. And so if you've got people just wanting to come in and play the game, then they're not necessarily going to want to learn a ton of combos and such like. And so being able to turn around and go, well, yeah, okay, here's how we're going to let you do this with as has been described by one of the guys that commented on a previous video, kind of one-button combat. You know, having it... Whoops, didn't mean to sit down, but hey. Having it be accessible to everybody through those means, through the one-button combat, will be, you know, useful to people. But again, you're with the Thralls system as it stands and as has been suggested so far, like, we've got kind of this interesting set of moments where it'll be useful to everybody overall, but there's a potential for it to be not so useful after the fact. Also, they said that they had fixed trebuchets so that we can't fire ourselves on them, so I just want to try this quickly, because apparently it was being abused in some way. No, get on. Right. Yeah, okay. But we've had this before. I don't know if this now means that you're always just going to sit on the top or not. Maybe, like, there was a sweet spot like here, maybe. Let's... No, didn't want to do that. Let's... I want to fire. There we go. Oh no, we can still fire ourselves. I thought they had said that they had fixed that, but apparently not. Apparently there's still a sweet spot where you can do that. So I would say don't abuse it, or if you're going to abuse it, be careful with abusing it, because the more it's a fun thing in the game. You know, trying to have it just get removed, especially with now that we can cling to things. Like, maybe I should do some experiments with firing myself at walls and seeing if I stop myself. That sounds like a fun video. Me firing myself at a wall, seeing how many times I go splat. Yeah? Okay. Then that'll be another video that I do. But yeah, and let me know what your thoughts are in regards to the Thrall system, what you're kind of hopeful for in regards to it, because I'm looking forward to being able to create a little warband, like, of these guys. Maybe set them up with slaving gear, and actually be able to have them come slaving with me, so that I can gain, because that's one of the biggest things, especially with the fortress down there, the purge-proof base that's down that way. You know, I made a point of going and grabbing every single thrall down there, and I'm pretty sure there are over 100 in that base now, and they disappeared for a while, but now they're back. It's just like, I didn't want to go and redo all of those thralls again. Yeah. Same with the other purge-proof base. It's like I've not gone and recruited thralls again for those bases yet, just because they take a while, and like slapping them on the various wheels of pain that I've got kicking around the place, you know, that takes time in and of itself. And yet filling up a wheel of pain just by myself, you know, 8 trips back and forth, that can get a little tedious, especially when I'm then just sat there waiting for certain things to respawn, especially craftsmen, or hunting for craftsmen amongst the various bases to try and find the right ones. You know, that can be a little tedious, but at the same time, it's not tedious because I'm having to go and do it. It's tedious because I could be like, you know, I've got, what, 3, 4, 7 thralls here, and if I set them all up with the right equipment, in theory that would be 8, you know, 7 plus me being able to follow me, go slave, and then come back, or having a mount, which, you know, is coming, but isn't in the game yet, where I'd be able to go with a mount, knock some individuals unconscious, tie them to the mount, and then drag 3 or 4 back at a time instead of just the one. You know, that would be helpful and useful and stuff that I'm hoping gets put in some way. Just because thralls are going to be such a big part of the game, especially once the settlement system comes into effect. But yeah, like I've already outlined before, I'm kind of hopeful for the settlement system and the complexity that it could add to the game. I'm hopeful for the purge because it will actually be a big PvE threat that, you know, is periodic but could very well wipe the map clean if you're not expecting it. you know, if you're unlucky enough to get a purge as soon as you've started and you've just started setting up, then there's a good chance that you need to run for cover, and then after you've run for cover, come back to see what the damage is. You know, I'm glad that for the most part it looks like we'll be ready for the purge, and we've got at least 2 or 3 bases that should be ready, sorted, operational, and easily defended by the time it gets here, and we can see which ones work. We can see what they bring with them, you know. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this kind of highlighted some things that either we could try with Thralls, or if you've got ideas for any other things that we could try with Thralls, then you know, let me know down in the comments, and I will gladly run some experiments. I will definitely be firing myself at a rock face with a catapult just to see how things work with that. And otherwise, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video or found it interesting, then please drop us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.